Hi, my name is Xiomara Medina, and I'm currently a first-year mechanical engineering major at Cal Poly SLO, formerly known as California Polytechnic University, San Luis Obispo. During my time in high school, I would say that I was an average student academic-wise. I can't remember my exact GPA, but I do know that it was between a 3.4 and a 3.6 on an unweighted scale. My highest SAT score was a 1200, and I did not take the ACT. During high school, I took a total of 9 AP courses, 4 of which I passed the exams. Outside of academics, I was a part of the Oxnard High School tennis team for 3 years, volunteered with the Oxnard City Corps for 2 years, and I also volunteered with Future Leaders of America for 1 year. My best advice for applying to college is to start as soon as you possibly can. I started my personal essays as soon as my senior year began and ended up being ready to apply at the beginning of November, giving me plenty of time to review and revise my essays before submitting. Starting early is especially important if you're looking to get letters of recommendation, because those can take anywhere from 2 weeks to a month, depending on the teacher and depending how detailed they or you want them to be. I'd like to mention one more thing. Asking for help during college applications is really important. It can be really overwhelming to go in it alone, especially if you're a first-gen student just like I am. I had no idea what I was doing at all during the college application process. Neither did my parents. So I was able to at least reach out to my AVID program tutors and ask them for help, advice, proofreading, and although some people might not have access to those resources, it's really important to at least reach out to trusted teachers or classmates who can help you with even the smallest issues, because it's really important that you want your application to be the best it can possibly be, and asking for help is a big part of it. Personally, I feel that having to take care of my grandmother, who was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, was a big part in making me stand out application-wise. I was able to write about the difficulties of having to balance the life as a caretaker and the life as a full-time student, and I was able to gain valuable time management skills from that as well. When applying to college, it's really important to find out how you're different. You can say that you're hardworking, but you need to explain how that makes you different. How is your hardworking skill better than others? It's important that you go into depth on why your skill, despite being the same thing, is better than others, which is difficult with the few characters you're offered. I would say that classes are definitely more content heavy than high school was. They require more studying and more effort to do well in than just saying, oh, I won't study for the test, I know the material. During my first quarter, I took 13 units, which was 3 gen ed classes and 1 intro to university class. And this previous winter quarter, I did take 4 classes, one of them being asynchronous, which was a little bit time managing, time constricting, I would say, for me to have to deal with. They are stressful because they are rigorous courses, but they're nothing that you can't manage with a little bit of time blocking or asking for help if you get stuck. I definitely had to put in a lot more work than I did in high school, because quarters do go by very quickly. Thankfully, all the professors I've had so far are great and really understanding, considering that we're in a virtual learning environment. They're definitely honest about the rigor of the courses and how fast that they will go by. And they really do want to help you, but they will only help you if you reach out to them. They have hundreds of students and they can't be worrying about your grade that is slipping, because they have to plan for other sections that they're teaching, and they have to just balance it out with other things that they're doing career-wise as well. So it's really important to take advantage of their office hours. And I would say one thing that I love about my university is that it has a lot of services for first-year students or even transfer students if you decide to go to community college. It's really something that you feel comfortable knowing that it's there for you, since it's such a fast-paced environment, and you know that you have places you can reach out to ask for help, places where you can ask literally any question and they'll help solve it for you one way or another. I also really love that the student leaders, such as your orientation leaders and everything, are really helpful in helping you find what you need to find, because it can be very confusing as a first year, personal experience as well. And it's just nice to know that there's people looking out for you. I would also love to give more insight on what campus life is like, but as you can tell from my background, I'm currently at home. Because of COVID, I decided to stay home for my safety and my family's safety. Maybe one day I can probably give you an update regarding campus life, but until then, this is how I made it.